The birth journey and public policy collide in a powerful conversation about maternal care in South Carolina. Joining us to talk about the Doula Medicaid Project is Eboni Williams, lead doula and co-chair of the South Carolina Doula Steering Committee for BirthMatters. So glad that you could join us.
Thank you for having me.
You know, we've been learning more and more about the roles that doulas play in the process of women giving birth. And I would love for you to explain to our audience just a little bit more about what that doula experience is like, what it entails, and how it makes such a significant impact on mothers throughout South Carolina.
Absolutely. Doulas support moms prenatally with education, helping them learn how to advocate for themselves, learning them know their birth rights. We support them labor and birth as well, and postpartum. So there's many spectrums of doulas. We here at Birth Matters are community doulas, and we support our community at no charge.
That's incredible. And, you know, just a moment ago, we were speaking with a doctor from MUSC talking about that experience and how significant having someone there to shepherd a new mom or even a mother who's had given birth to children before through that process, because without that support, it's an isolating experience. It's a frightening experience for a lot of moms.
Absolutely. I'm a mother of four, and even having children prior, I still knew once I knew the importance of hiring a doula. All women at all walks of life do still need that support, that extra layer of support outside of their family.
Yeah, absolutely. And some don't even have family, you know.
Yes.
Tell us about the Doula Medicaid Project. So where are we with this project, and how close is South Carolina to making this a law?
So we are in the early conception stage of the bill. So there's no real, go for it, suring thing that's going to happen within South Carolina at the moment. But we, as the Doula Steering Committee, we're working together with other community members and legislators to possibly make this happen. Also considering working with managed care organizations as well to make sure that everyone can afford to have a doula,
Yeah.
and doulas aren't just a luxury. It's something that's necessary to help and save women's lives.
Yeah, I love the way that you say that, because when you think of doulas, you think of people shelling out a lot of money for that kind of support. But what does an equitable reimbursement model for new moms mean in terms of this legislation and getting doulas into as many homes as they're needed?
Right. So we definitely don't have the model that we would desire to have on the bill at the moment. But because we do spend a lot of time with our clients, so we need to make it equitable and a livable wage for women and moms like myself to be able to afford to give access to families to have doulas. So just really working together
Yeah.
to find the fine line of what is affordable for us to put into the legislation in South
Yeah,
Carolina.
absolutely. You know, BirthMatters, it's been providing direct service for Medicaid eligible moms since 2007. So as a nonprofit, you depend on a lot of donors to make that happen.
Yes,
And do
ma'am.
you think that the public is aware enough of the work that you do and the work that you provide?
No, and we're still using platforms like this to just make the community aware of what we do. And we're still training doulas in South Carolina, so the workforce can be prepared whenever it's time for us to consider legislation
Yeah.
or managed care organizations to provide funds for us to then help our community to be able to afford doulas.
And how can the public, how can our local leadership help push this over the finish line?
Just continuing to allow the folks that's doing the work and that's been doing the work to be at the table to make those decisions and help push the correct terms and knowledge and affordable pay
Yeah.
so that we can take care of our families as we've been doing, but more of us to be able to do so.
Indeed. Well, one last question for you. Just if you could walk us through a day in the life of a doula.
A busy day. So a community doula, we see our clients weekly, so our caseload can go up from 15 to 20
Wow.
moms at a time. So we're busy on the go, visiting homes, visiting our moms at homes because we remove all barriers. We come to your home,
Hmm.
we go to their doctor's appointments. So we're constantly on the move, most of the time spent in the car.
I'm sure.
Traveling to each client, yes.
And I've heard that you provide things like meals and care for the baby and care for the mom, and it just goes so far beyond, I think, what people even realize doulas actually
Absolutely.
do. Well, Eboni, thank you so much for sharing with us the wonderful work that you're doing, and best of luck in getting this legislation passed.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. We'll be back after this.